This confidence that you speak of, it's not just talking about Woodley now, but you're mentioning Canelo, one of the best pound for pound currently in boxing in the world. Keep talking to me about this confidence. 3 years, what's going to change for you to be able to face Canelo?
I think just more time under the lights and increasing my level of opposition until, maybe the pinnacle being Canelo. He's had hours of experience in the ring, and I've had 7 minutes in 3 fights. So I needed harder opponents. That's why we chose Woodley. Hopefully he can bring me a good fight. I want more time under the lights. I said it in the presser. I haven't been hit in my 3 professional fights. There's been a headbutt. Someone grazed my neck, but I haven't been hit. Like, I don't even know what it's like to get hit necessarily with a 10-ounce glove on. So hopefully Woodley can bring a fight and eventually get enough experience under my belt to fight Canelo.
At least on paper, is he the toughest opponent yet? At least on paper.
Woodley's the toughest opponent, for sure, by far, and I'm excited for that. Hopefully it brings out the best in me. And like I said, people don't even know how I fight. People haven't even seen footage or know what I do. I haven't even gotten to warm up. I come alive in the 4th, 5th, 6th rounds in sparring, 7th round, 8th round. That's when I come alive. So people haven't even seen my style or seen how good I am yet.
Coming into this, I was prepared to ask you what you thought or why you thought Woodley didn't want to take your bet, but now we have a new bet in the tattoo.
Yeah. So, I mean, when he loses, he's gonna have to get "I love Jake Paul" tattooed on him and posted on his Instagram feed.
Will Woodley be your last MMA fight?
I don't think so. I think there's Nate Diaz. That conversation's been going on for a while. Maybe McGregor. At this point, I don't even know what's gonna happen. Whatever opportunity presents itself. I'm not as scared of fighting anybody.
How much conversations do you have with professional matchmakers? Because obviously it would be smart, maybe if you are transitioning toward a Canelo fight, to have these guys kind of script your career.
As far as what, like?
Just as you're moving up through the boxing game against pro boxers.
I mean, I want to make historic fights. I don't want to do fights that no one's gonna watch against no-name people. Like, I need to fight household names, and I'm not trying to be in this sport for the next 30 years. I want to do the biggest fights, win, and get out.
Worst case scenario, where would you get the tattoo at?
The next question.
Woodley said that he would fight you more than once after also fighting OG. What would you say after fighting once? What would the next bet be, and what would you say to another fight?
I wouldn't fight Woodley. I'm not going to fight Woodley after I beat him. There's no point, I'm going to finish him violently.
Hey, Jake.
So there won't be a fight too.
Jake, you've gone back and forth with Austin McGrew on Instagram and Twitter. Would you consider fighting him next, or is that something you're not considering? No.
I said, don't fight that guy. He doesn't pay people.
Coming from a Disney background, man, you got a lot of little kids that really want to see you fight, man. People like a kid out of California named Jacob or something like that has to ask their parents about getting money to do this fight. What would be some things you would incentivize them to tell their parents to, get this fight?
I mean, it's entertainment, Do you want to go? Do you want to go to the movies, or do you want to watch a Jake Paul fight? It's that's the decision nowadays, and I think a Jake Paul fight's a lot more entertaining than whatever movies are coming out these days. You're gonna see a show, you're gonna see a knockout, and you're gonna see a turn up after.
Woodley talked about him wanting to do this for his kids and show that he has no quit. Who are you doing this for, and what is your motivation for this fight?
I'm doing it for a lot of people, but mostly myself. I've gone through a lot personally, and I think I fight for my family, for my team, but I also fight to prove to myself, no one can defeat me no matter what I go through.